Now let's talk about that's right.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, and let's see if we can
Are you
find
saying
a
that's
way.
right to me, or are you saying
No, that's right. Let's see if we can find a way to tie this into everyday use too, because I haven't really thought about where that's right fits into everyday conversation. It obviously fits into Ericksonian hypnosis.
Yeah, but you can add that's right in everyday conversations just with that example. That's right.
You just don't want to be one of those annoying people who goes, correct.
Is that aimed at me?
That's, you
passed.
I remember.
Correct. Who did that?
A couple of years ago,
yesterday.
we were driving in cottage country, and because I drive a Tesla Model S,
sorry, Chris, hang on.
I know I dropped the name.
Just dropped a name here.
I drive a 7-year-old Tesla Model S as of the current recording. So when it was about 5 years old or so, anyway, we were in cottage country. We pulled into a parking lot at the grocery store, and I noticed this car pulled in right beside me. This gentleman came out and he started asking me questions. He had been following me because he wanted to ask me questions about the car. Yeah. And so he would ask me questions, well, how far can you drive on a charge, or this or that? And when I would answer the question, he would say, correct. Like,
shut up. Okay, it was worth sitting through that just for that.
He wasn't trying to be annoying. He just was.
Correct. He's saying correct when you're giving him the information he wants.
Yeah. Like when it wasn't just a plain answer to a question, though. It usually involves some sort of physics discussion or around, well, because,
where you put the AA batteries,
it does this because of, and I would offer some physics explanation for it. He would say, oh, correct. Like,
did he interrupt you when you were saying answer?
No, he didn't interrupt, but it was just unconsciously dickish.
Well, there's another if we're talking unconsciously dickish, and we are. Let me tell you, one of my friend James Mulroney told me years ago, one of his martial arts students, James is a very tough guy. He said, this guy, you'd be talking to him. And he said, the guy would be too close to begin with.
Okay, close talker?
Said, no, but he wouldn't be saying anything. Oh. And he'd ask James something. And as James was answering, the guy would go like this with his mouth. He'd go, no, you haven't seen the whole thing. Then he'd blow air in his face. So he'd be talking to James and he'd be answering his question. The guy would go, and he'd be going,
it's so weird.
And the guy didn't know he was doing it. He'd make little mouth things and then blow air in your face.
Unconscious.
That's worse than
blowing
correct.
Bubbles. Okay.
Okay, so let's...
All right, back to hypnosis.
Let's talk about...
so that's right. Just explain what that's right is for everyone listening. How does it come out of Ericksonian hypnosis? Is it useful in everyday life?
It is. It's a universal amplifier. Okay. And you can use this in trance very well. As soon as someone, and Tad James did this really nicely, he'd have someone just sit opposite someone, breathe in sync with them, blink in sync. And every time the person did anything that began to look like they were going into trance,
he would just say,
the hypnotist would say,
that's right.
And it becomes an amplifier.
Yeah.
Well, you can do that in your daily experience. The key is it's the difference between that's right and yelling correct.
Yeah, that's right.
And then blowing air in the person's face. But
and you could change it up for the purposes of just keeping it keeping it conversational. You could say excellent. That's perfect.
Excellent. You know what it sounds like? Wayne's World.
Excellent. That's perfect. Well done. Way to go. You could just do anything.